Oops. I'll call a meeting of the Nantucket Cemetery Commission to order for Wednesday, September 10th. Declare we have a quorum present, and we will move directly to the agenda. Seeing no public, we have no public comment. Approval of
Commissioner comments?
I'm sorry.
Commissioner comments?
Oh, commissioner comments. Oh, Fran?
Well, I hope to have more, but I don't. The Nantucket Historical Association has given us a draft agreement that we would have to have the town agree to about becoming a home for the 34-minute version of the cemetery film and archiving it. And then we could keep track of how many people watched it on the NHA YouTube channel, and that would give us a way of reporting viewership. I don't see why the town wouldn't sign it, but Vince Murphy said everything with the town takes time, and Lee backed that up. He said, yes, it does. I hope that Vince would have sent something to me today, but he hasn't. So all I can tell you is that I kind of submitted this for review, and I hope the town will sign it, because I hope you agree it would be a good idea to let them do it.
Okay.
In addition, the NHA, at no expense to the commission or the town, would create a closed caption version of it for the hearing impaired, and they would divide it into segments so that people could watch it, not necessarily at the top and 34 minutes through, but they'd have a menu and they could choose which segments they wanted to watch. But before I even begin to talk with the NHA about that, we need to find out if the town is good with letting the NHA be the home for the film. So I hope that next month I'll have more to report on that. The other things I visited Quay's cemetery, and the grass, because of the drought, is dry. It never got cut, and I think now it just gets left until next spring. But then we just really do need to.
I do have an update on Grace Asylum. Finally. So I'll mention that when you get on with it. Okay.
Well,
great.
That's what I have to bring to the meeting today, then. Thank you.
Great. Well, thanks for all the work you're putting into getting this the film shown. Okay, next item is approval of minutes from August 13th. I would entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
You're looking at me. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Would you like to approve it?
Yes, I make a motion to approve it.
And second, Frank. Okay, thank you.
Roll call.
Oh, roll call. Jason,
Aye, yes.
Fran,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Okay, those minutes are approved. Hope Cemetery. Why
don't we do the paperwork under Pulpus? Plus anything else that you want?
Oh, okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do this, and then I want to touch on Grace Asylum. Okay, we have 3 inurnment proposals. Let me make sure I have the right ones here.
I very carefully copied down the names while we were waiting to start. It's O'Sullivan, Dilts and Davis for interment. And then a request for markers for all three.
Okay. No, there it is. All right, so the first one, let's take, this is for the 24th. The interment will be at 24th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's on lot I-29. I would look for a motion to,
Alan, just to facilitate things,
yes,
I move all three of them since they were submitted by a common person and the ceremony is going to be at a common time.
excellent. Thank you very much.
They're
Okay.
all going to be on the 24th at 2 p.m.
Exactly. Good. All right, we have a motion and a second.
I second it.
Okay, great. We have, all in favor, we'll do a roll call. Lee,
Aye.
Fran,
I,
Jason?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. So all three of those are approved.
And then we'll suggest that a separate motion for the approval of three markers to be created by Neil Patterson.
Right. And these three markers are on line, on lot I-29 as well. So again, I'd entertain a motion for approval of the three markers on lot I-29.
I'll start it on. Well, I move the markers.
Okay, Jason, second?
I second.
Second, and all in favor, we'll go down a roll call. Fran,
I,
Jason?
Aye.
Lee?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. So all three of these are approved.
Thank you.
Let's see, cemetery administrator is here. So,
Okay. So you have split rail fence to be installed, work order in place.
yes. Okay. Hang on just a minute, let me
Sign away on.
see, those three don't need to be signed, so it's just this one.
Yeah, the work order's in. I talked to the group. They're gonna contact Alan when they're ready to head out there. Maybe sometime probably next month or so.
I'll tell you right now.
As we start to move into spring season, as I like to call it.
Good. Those. Okay, Focus Cemetery, the split rail fence, we have a work order for that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the work order, along the woodland side, and we have a work order for that project, and, we'll wait until the, till the DPW has time to go out and do that.
While you were signing, Charlie said that the crew will contact you to help locate it exactly.
Oh, out of focus. Okay, good. Good. That defense, as you know, is going along the woodland side. And yeah, in the back of it. So good. While we're in that part of the island, we may just mention something about the Place Asylum burial ground. I finally got a hold of the property manager. I talked with Cormac, I talked with a couple of other people, and I finally got a hold of the person who actually supervises the work. The cemetery has been mowed. I was out there yesterday,
oh, great.
and so the cemetery has been mowed. And when I spoke to him, the property manager, I asked about the corners. I told him that the corner sections of split rail fence, I think it's one side for each of the four corners. And I asked him if he was prepared to do that, and he said that yes, he would do that. I told him that the DPW would how do they put it? I said the DPW would provide posts or rails if needed. He said, no, we have a ton of them, don't worry about it, so they'll take care of it. He said that it will probably, they're busy right now, they have the festival coming up and stuff. So it'll probably be, well, I'm sure it will be later this fall when they get that in, but at least it's, they have a work order for that too. But at least the cemetery is now mowed. So,
Cool.
While we're still on Pulpus, I have Scotty for the first meeting off, gave me the list of new markers.
Yeah.
We ordered. I need to go through them all and just double check because he wrote them. It's going to sound weird, but he wrote them east west, and I wrote all the other ones north south. And I want to make sure that everything's going to line up properly before we order them.
I say,
And then I wanted to just double check to see if there were any that were missing from the original order. So if I'm going to call the company to place an order, that if there are any that are they're missing, because we'll have to adjust and reorder some of the ones that were installed the last time.
right,
Where if it was a corner, if it was the lower right hand corner of row H, it'll now be an upper, that marker will have to be replaced with one with 4 quadrants on it. So I got to overlap the old map, if that makes sense.
Yes, I do.
yeah,
Because the most remote corners only had this one and that one, but not a that one or this one.
Yeah, they only had one quarter
Yeah,
of the,
exactly.
or maybe if it was the bottom of a row, maybe it had only the top half of the marker
Right.
filled out, and now it's going to be the bottom half. So those, I got to make sure that all those are included, so we reorder to be reinstalled, so they'll have all 4 corners properly marked.
I will be so glad when this project is completed. One of the issues we had, and I take full responsibility for this, when I was initially laying out the arrangement for the new markers, I forgot that the cemetery property has a diagonal line that goes across it, which cuts off the end of some of the rows here. So instead of, I forget how many lots initially we're going to put in, I think we're down to 17 new lots in that corner. We have plenty of lots on the other rows that we have installed. The front row, the A and B rows, the extension of the rows from 8 out to 1, going there toward the woods. So we have plenty of spaces available. And I spoke with Scotty the other day. By the way, Scotty's father died. That's why he's, well,
That was the last
that,
one.
yeah, his father died earlier this month and he had to be out to California. He's missing today because he and his wife had a business trip. His wife has a business and this was the trip, so they had to be in New York today. So he apologized for not being at the meeting, and I said, "Don't worry, we'll have a quorum." So, all right, so that takes care of it. Anything else on Pulpus? Monument restoration project, Newtown. You say they're
15 pages of photos.
Yeah, they're well underway. This is just a partial photographic update for us. And if you drive by, you will see some of the monuments still have clamps and bracing on them
right.
that have epoxy. There are some that are still need to be done, but they are making very good headway. I also talked to LMC and based on their recommendation, how densely they're working with some things. I had them give me a price to do a D2 solution to all the headstones in the cemetery, which I authorized. So I know that was something Fran had asked about when we did Old North. So hopefully here we won't have the few very white or very clean headstones amongst others. They're all going to receive treatment.
Okay.
Great.
Well, it's amazing that I remember when we began talking about doing the monument restoration project, we had 5 cemeteries that had monuments that needed to be attended to. And to think that we're coming down the home stretch, so to speak.
But Fran and Jason are going to, at some point, I'll speak up so you can hear me, at some point going to do a press release.
We will, but we need to get
Yeah.
everything done so that what we say will match up with people's visual reality.
Right. Well, that'll be quite something to get that done. I think we should have a celebration or something. Newtown, no, nothing new on Newtown as far as,
Real estate, I actually had a meeting with Bob this morning, nothing new to report. They're still working on.
exactly, that's right. So anyway, that's a work in progress. We'll see when, fortunately, we have 2 people. We have Bob and Tracy both working on that, and they're both very diligent and managed to get things done. So I'm confident that that will.
This isn't going in the minutes, but the folks in Wisconsin have been pressuring the town to do something about controlling crowds on the footpath. And that has been occupying our real estate people
Yes.
full time.
I know.
And they just, their 2 interns departed for the summer also, and they were handling the vast amount of encroachments that we're trying to
Yes.
police on the island. So that is now reverted back to Bob and Tracy.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. If I were to give you the town bylaw on your way home, I'm sure you'd spot 50 encroachments. It's any metal stake on the side of the road,
Exactly.
rocks, stones, people's hedges and trees at intersections. It's a big lift.
It is.
Try to get,
It is.
things that were kind of let go for so long to get policed.
When I drive around, I'm always looking for things like the rocks in the roadway and all the other things that go on.
Emotionally, we can understand. The landowner has had the landscaper lay down turf or establish seed and grass and doesn't want 2 big ruts right down the middle. And yet, all along, they've been trespassing on town property.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a ride through. I always like to see one of our hot spots. How many times we've pulled and removed metal stakes, be like up in the Lincoln Circle area.
Yeah.
It's habitual. Or down Hulbert Ave.
Yeah.
You think that people wouldn't want a metal stake in front of their house, but
I know.
yeah, there they are.
So people walk in the street instead of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Historic Colored Cemetery.
That project, we have, there's a work. order.
That'll probably have her
Yeah,
around the same time, and they have the same instructions if they have any questions to contact. That's pretty straightforward because I believe
Exactly.
the endpoints of
exactly.
both the east and west side are there, so it's just connecting along the south border. But just in case, they've been told to contact if they have any questions.
I noticed that the property owned by the land bank on the other side of the cemetery, and this is on Vesper Lane, hasn't been mowed for a while. And I'm wondering, they have mowed the path that goes from Vesper Lane up into the cemetery.
You could talk to a land bank commissioner.
Yeah, I know. I know. I just noticed it yesterday, and I didn't think of it. We had a land bank meeting yesterday afternoon, and I didn't think to mention it at that point. But, I will definitely mention that again, but or mention it to them, see if we can't get it mowed. So that's where they planted all the geraniums that were donated by the woman who did geraniums.
You mean daffodils? Do you mean,
Daffodils are geraniums.
Sally Nash? Is Sally Nash?
Oh, Sally Nash,
Yeah.
yes, Sally was the one.
Yeah, it was
Daffodils.
daffodils, yeah.
I was thinking, sorry.
Oh, radiums. Daffodils.
Wow, you
British
know,
flowers.
well,
daffodils.
Let's hope they survive this drought.
I know,
Yeah,
exactly. I know. All right, so that's taken care of. Thoughts about the discussion, or the future. And I think in terms of projects, we know where we're aiming for. We know what our mission is. It's pretty clear, our mission statement, you know, to keep the records and all that sort of thing. And I'm trying to think of projects. One that occurred to me was that we had written to the town to see if they could take these, I forgot the name of the street next to New North Cemetery.
Old North, the one down the
No, Wires Lane is Old North.
Grove.
Grove,
Not Grove.
next one over.
The next one, it's the driveway where there used to be 4 parking spaces. People went up to the cemetery.
Is it Franklin?
Franklin.
Franklin Street, that's the one. So we had recommended to the town that they take Franklin Street. That was also advanced by the Roads and Right-of-Way Committee. That was submitted as a suggestion to that committee as well. When I was by there the other day, the main issue there is parking, because there's no parking really for either New North or Old North, the two cemeteries on the corner of Franklin Street and New Lane. So rather than waiting, or I know the town is considering taking that. Probably
It'll be a while.
be a while if they ever get around to it. It seemed to me if they could simply put I don't know how this would work, but they would probably have to take the roadway for where those 4 parking spots are immediately adjacent to the cemetery, and then put a cemetery parking sign, or at least put a time parking sign on it. So neighbors could park there, but they would have to rotate in an hour or 2.
Alan, the town is an abutting owner at that space.
Yeah.
Is it legal just to put up a sign on parking reserved for cemetery or visitors only?
Oh, that would be, that's a good question.
I'll leave that to Charlie to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem that would probably arise would be policing it.
Yeah.
Oh, the police won't touch it.
It's
It would be an honor system, but at least we could get the sign in. It's our property.
The
yeah,
thing is,
that's an easy request. I don't think that needs to go before any other committee. Maybe we should put a work order in.
Okay.
I believe.
all right.
You know, it's a town property. We're not, impeding on anything, or again,
That's right, because it's the town, the cemetery.
if it's a private road, the town would own midway.
Right. The issue is the same vehicles are there all the time. And either they're there all winter or they occasionally get moved during the summer. But
It is highly annoying, but if one glues a piece of paper to the windshield that says, "This is private property, no parking,"
yeah.
as I say, it's highly annoying, but
Yeah.
it doesn't destroy the car.
Okay, well, that takes us to the end of our agenda, and any old, new, or other business to come before the commission this afternoon?
I've got Fran and the NHA, Fran, I'll get those comments about the NHA. I'll get those comments into the minutes. because you did send, a note some time ago with all the details.
Right. Okay, I think we should keep in mind that we're waiting for Scotty to come back to the meeting. Next month, I suppose it will be, to continue discussion of the Absalom and Hannah Cook
I'll write
Boston.
that down.
So next month, I hope we can go forward with that.
Put it on the next agenda for
Yeah.
discussion and vote.
Yeah, it could go on the agenda, as opposed to, other business. Right. I was saying to Alan that the Shellfish Association says that tickets for the ball open up at 4 o'clock
Oh.
today, right now.
Right. Well, it's not-
He's ideally with the
Okay.
regular to be on.
Fran, you're looking better than I expected for somebody who took a tumble off a bicycle.
My head never touched the ground. They were very concerned. Did you have a helmet on? Well, yes, I did. Did your head hit the ground? No, it never did. So from here up, I am absolutely my usual self. No Band-Aids, no abrasions. Thank
Oh
you.
dear, road rash down below?
I'm fine. I hope that next month I'll be with you in person.
Okay, thank you, Fran.
Right, Fran did have a helicopter ride up to Boston.
I did.
I've been there
It's
3 or 4 times.
very exciting, so. Okay, so if there's no further business to come before the commission. So
Well done, Alan, thank you.
I declare we're at the end of the meeting. We can adjourn.
Thank you all.
See you, Fran.